Hey guys, Kenny Wisdom here bringing you another Expanded Friday video. This time we're going to be taking a look at Yveltal-EX. So Yveltal's been around for a long time in the format, and it's been, anywhere from lightly played to the best deck in the format since. And I personally am of the opinion that Yveltal is pretty much the best attacker in the game. It hasn't seen all that much play as of late, and there's obviously more kind of tricky attackers, such as Seismitoad, and there's things that are kind of more, can do more damage or are more aggressive, like Night March, but I really think Yveltal just took Mewtwo EX, which was just this insane card, and just made it better and gave it more options. I've said this before, but you look at Mewtwo and you say, okay, well, the downside is you put a bunch of energy on it, gets knocked out, you're in a bad spot. Well, Yveltal has Y-Cyclone to mitigate that. Plus, Evil Ball does more damage than X Ball off the spot. It doesn't get knocked out by itself. It's just such an incredible card, and one that I think that no matter basically what happens to the game, I think it'll always have a place. In Expanded for as long as Pokemon looks like it does. It resembles even slightly what it does today. And this deck is very similar to the one that top aided the Arena Cup. I made a few changes, just minor things. That list didn't have 4 dark patches, which I really think are important. And the basis of the deck really is just Yveltal is a very efficient, very powerful attacker. Darkrai is a great attacker, and you can use its Dark Cloak ability to give everything free retreat. And then you have Seismitoad as, an attacker where it's needed. Sometimes blocking them out of items can be huge. A good attacker in its own right. You have the little Yveltal, a non-EX, efficient power-up energy, and the real thing that this deck gets expanded, not only Darkrai, but Dark Patch. So as I was just talking about, Dark Patch is just, there was a time, Jason Klaczynski won Worlds in 2013 with Darkrai, and Igor Costa won Worlds in 2012 with Darkrai, and yes, Darkrai was powerful, yes, Sableye powerful, Crushing was powerful, but it was really Dark Patch that set that deck off. Just being able to accelerate to turn 1 and turn 2 Night Spears, being able to get back energy whenever you want it. Just Dark Patch is such an incredibly powerful card. I would never want less than 4 of them in my deck. And you can see the other things it gains and expanded. Hypnotoxic Laser, obviously, that card just left standard, so I'm sure no one's missing that one yet. We got Furbanks, and then from there, the list is pretty normal. We got a normal set of supporters, some Muscle Bands. We do have a Floatstone for the Keldeo, which I guess is a really good interaction, is that Keldeo can rush in and retreat, and it can do it with the Floatstone, obviously, like it does in a lot of decks, or it can do it with a Dark Energy attached using Dark Cloak. However, we can't always attach a Dark Energy to Keldeo, so it's nice to have 1 Floatstone there, 3 Muscle Band, 7 Dark, which I think is probably the right number. It's the number that the Arena Cup guy was playing, and you have a Professor's Letter to search it out too. So, pretty standard deck. We're going to take it into a tournament and see how it works. See you in round 1. Hey guys, Kenny Wisdom here, back for round 1. You guys didn't get to see it, but I literally just got into the queue. There are 6 in the queue when I saw it, 7 in the queue when I was picking my deck, and right when I selected it, the tournament started. So we're already starting off pretty lucky. We're going to go first here. And let's see what happens. Gonna take a mulligan. Gonna start with a baby Yveltal, no energy. But we do have some stuff to play. Our opponent's playing a Magmar. Okay, interesting. So we're gonna go ahead and Ultra Ball like this. I'm actually just gonna get an Yveltal. Throw it onto the bench. Let's Juniper. I'll attach here. We can go ahead and play like. Actually, I guess let's see what we got the trainer's mail first. Dark Patch. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the Dark Patch. It seems kind of silly to take it over a computer search here, but we don't have any need to use a computer search anytime soon. Let's go ahead, discard like this. This time I'll find a Shaman. Gonna try and have an explosive start. Dark Patch onto Yveltal. Shaman. I'll save the muscle band in case we get startling megaphone or something. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pass the turn. So our opponent's staying asleep, which is nice. Well, I guess we actually could have. Oh no, he said 80, right? Okay. I was gonna say we could have computer search for Burbank and try to just get him, but he does have 80. I thought I had 70, but either way. Um, yeah, we're in a pretty good spot here. We have the Yveltal attacking. Ooh, giving us a Darkrai up in the active isn't gonna do too much actually. His ability is gonna trigger if we can find a darkness energy, I suppose. There's one caveat. Let's go ahead and attach a muscle band here. I'll drop the Keldeo. I'll drop this. Try and draw some cards. So everyone just knocked out. Then we have 30, 50. Yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and retreat. No darkness in the discard pile, and that's the game. So didn't get to see much of a game there. I feel like all the tournaments end up going this way in the early rounds, but that did display some of the power of Darkrai and Yveltal, which is, I know that's sentence I've said before. As I said, a lot of the tournaments in the early rounds tend to go this way. Hopefully we'll get some better matches in the future, but that's round one. Hey everybody, Kenny Wisdom here, back for round two. Tails never fails. And, well, okay, we're going to go second. Ooh, let's see, so our opponent has the darkness thing, this trick coin. Okay, so this lets you reflip the coins, and then this is just, okay, alright, that's fine. Mulliganing again. Alright, that's still fine. I'm going to start with Yveltal. From what I've seen from our opponent's deck, I don't have to fear anything. They can attack on turn one anyway. We do have a lack of supporters, but maybe these mulligans will help us. They didn't actually. We'll save the other Yveltal and see what happens. Our opponent reveals a Charizard EX. Alright, so let's see what's going to happen. They Charin. Would really love the job of Professor Juniper here. Or an N. I mean, discarding two Alexanders and a VS Seeker wouldn't be the best, but would like to get an aggressive turn one. So with a fire, so they'd need like in order to attack, they'd need like a fire and some acceleration. Let's go ahead. I'll attach like this, drop the Yveltal, and then just pass the turn back. Opponent wakes up, but they only played a Sharon last turn. They need some sort of acceleration to be able to attack this turn. And we can do, let's see, if they attach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, we can actually almost knock them out. Ooh, except for, okay, so. So yeah, so if nothing else changes, we can find a Verbank, we can actually knock them out. Ooh, Yveltal-EX, interesting. This is going to make our line of play interesting then, if we have to consider getting Evil Balled back. But we'll see what happens. DC there. So I think that goes for up to 3. Okay, so if our opponent attaches all 3, we're going to get them, which they do. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 50, 70. So yeah, okay, just counting up the damage there. Let's go ahead, take the knockout, and our opponent would have to have Let's see, if they had darkness, that's a base 120. They have a muscle band 140. I'm not too concerned. Alright, there's an end to start things off into a much worse hand. Wow, those DCs would have helped in this Yveltal war. But we do have the trainer's mail, so we'll see. I got a Trevenant on the bench and no energy. Alright, let's... Trainer's mail finds a laser. That's fine. We'll go ahead and put him to sleep. I'll drop this guy. I'll just Evil Ball. Only doing 80, but our opponent does fall or stay asleep, so if they don't find a way to retreat here, it will be very good for us. Take the knockout, leaving our opponent with only a Trevenant, which, you know, Trevenant's a good Pokemon. Trevenant's underrated, has a lot of ability, but not sure if it can stay out for that long. Ooh. Alright, so the Lysander to stall here. Our opponent does wake up. And we're just gonna have to accept it. That's unfortunate, not drawing very well. Just gonna go ahead and pass the turn. Gonna allow our opponent to retreat and get out of this poison. So yeah, it's been a we got ahead early, but looks like our luck is run out and our opponent is not in a great spot, but you know, they've got some attackers out, they're building up a board state now, and if we don't draw something pretty quickly, it's gonna be game over for us. Looks like our opponent's got a Regice off that fan club, which is gonna be hard to deal with as well. So ideal draw here is just Juniper into... Ooh, our opponent actually leaves the Yveltal active. Interesting. Alright, there's a Juniper. Can play the Darkrai. And then, is there darkness to get back in here? No. Yeah, I've just gotta retreat like this. Evil Ball for the knockout, and so our opponent having to leave that Yveltal active to really do anything might have just swung this game more heavily in our favor. You know, I mean, obviously drawing that Juniper is what really did it, but I think it was a combination of those two things that really helped us out there. Wow, do we just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16? That should be it. Let's go ahead and attach. And we're gonna use Evil Ball for 180. So we got pretty in a good position early there. Took some prizes, but didn't draw any supporters. Our opponent then started to recover, but couldn't quite get there. We got a supporter and managed to run through him and make the finals. So I'll see you guys then. Alright, everybody, Kenny Wisdom here, back for the finals of this expanded tournament. Let's see what's happening. Our opponent opts to go first. We're going to mulligan. Our opponent's going to show us a bunch of grass energy. Alright, we're going to start with a Seismitoad. Oh no. Yveltal-EX. Red card, whoa. Alright, so luckily the red card wasn't too impactful. I'll go ahead and take this laser. Let's go ahead and attach here. Ultra Ball like this. Find a Shaman. Dark Patch here. Oh he's gonna make it so we can't retreat next turn. So what if we go like this, find a Keldeo, and then hope we can set up the combo next turn. Ship it back, our turn opponent takes 3 damage counters. They played the chair in there and then not much after, so we'll see Cylon. Into a Shaman, alright. Not too concerned quite yet. Not being able to retreat's not a great spot to be, but if we can get a Floatstone or a Darkrai and a Dark Energy, we'll be okay. And at 180. There's the Muscle Band too. DCE, so we can't retreat. We could attach this to the Shaman and just discard it. We will be doing 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the less risky play. Let's end our opponent down. I might as well attach the Floatstone. Doesn't really do us any harm. And we'll take 2 prizes. We are turning on the Shaman, but it does take 2 energy to attack, and it's the last thing our opponent has on board, so we'll see what happens. Our opponent does have a full grip, so they could certainly make some plays, but overall I feel pretty good about our spot. You know, we have an untouched Yveltal, we have a Keldeo with the Floatstone, we have Toad in case we need backup. We've got plenty of stuff going on in our hand. Our opponent drops is it a Heracross? Yeah, it's a Heracross EX, interesting. I'm gonna Light Sand to the Toad, but unless they can attack this turn, I'm not. Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything. We're just gonna go ahead and rush in, retreat like this. I don't want to get ends. I don't really care about playing any supporters. Actually, let's see what's going on here. I think I'd rather just go ahead and take the knockout here. And see what happens. Our opponent can guard press. Okay, there's the end. So the end left us with a Fiat Seeker. We can only get back that N at this point. Ooh, but did our opponent miss energy? Oh, there's the letter. Okay, whoops. So they have plenty of energy. They're going to go ahead, guard press, and there's a Juniper. Good draw for us. So our attacks are reduced by 20. So right now we'd be doing 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 140, 120. However, if we use the power to find a, whoops, let's find a DCE. Sorry, my mouse is being very uncooperative today. And there's the knockout and the game. So, not the most exciting games in the world, but you did get to see a display of Yveltal's power. And we're going to get a mystery box. And yeah, so that's basically how it goes. You know that neither of these decks are really huge decks going into regionals, but that last deck did put up a fight. They had plenty of attackers. You know, they just were a little slow. We capitalized. We had, you know, huge damage from the beginning. And, you know, I'm not going to say that every matchup is that easy with Yveltal. There's definitely things that can give you trouble, but that is a good representation of what the deck can do with the power of, you know, the DCE plus the Evil Ball plus Dark Patch plus Dark Cray. Just all these things work in combination with each other. and it's definitely one of the decks I'm considering for regionals. So in the comments, let me know what decks you're considering for regionals, and I'll see you next week.